Gods of the Bible, Dagon. God presides in the great assembly. He renders judgment among the gods. How long will you defend the unjust and show particularity to the wicked? Defend the weak and the fatherless. Uphold the cause of the poor and oppressed. Rescue the weak and the needy. Deliver them from the hand of the wicked. The gods know nothing. They understand nothing. They walk about in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are shaken. I said, you are gods. You are all sons of the Most High. But you will die like mere mortals. You will fall like every other ruler. Rise up, O God, judge the earth, for the nations are your inheritance. In the Bible, there are many mentions of other gods that tempted, threatened, and swayed the sons of Israel away from the God of Israel. In this new series, Gods of the Bible, we will cover who these gods are, where they came from, and the effect they had on the ancient Israelites. Last week we covered the Ashtaroth and the self-called Queen of Heaven, Astarte, the consort of Baal, and how Astarte, the high goddess of the Sidonians, tempted and destroyed the wisest king of Israel, Solomon, into idol worship and the eventual human sacrifice of children. Dagon. Then the Philistines took the ark of God and brought it into the house of Dagon and set it by Dagon. The cult of Dagon can find its origin as early as 25,000 BC at Ras Shamara, the ancient city of Ugarit in Syria. The city of Ugarit had been inhabited since the Neolithic period, making it one of the oldest cities in the world. Dagon is described as having the appearance of a man's head and torso, with a fish tail and a crown of horns. Dagon is the god of harvest and prosperity. Dagon is often associated with a good harvest and fish. Much about Dagon is unknown, as the Baal cycle, the Chronicle of the Gods, only names Dagon as the eldest of the gods and father of Baal, the enemy of God. The cult of Dagon was found primarily in ancient Syria. However, Dagon came into prominence during the time of the Philistines. Dagon and Dagon worship affected the ancient Israel during the time of Philistine conquest, during the time of Judges, the time of Samuel, and the time of King Saul. Dagon worship spread throughout the Philistines and was placed head-to-head with the ancient Israelites during the Philistine Wars. The Philistines waged war against Israel with Dagon as their chief god, with Baal being under him. And the Philistines fought, and Israel was defeated. And every man fled to his tent, and the slaughter was very great, for there fell of Israel 30,000 foot soldiers. And the Philistines took the ark of God and brought it from Ebenezer unto Ashdod. In ancient times, a war between people was also a war between the gods. If one side defeated the other side, it was seen as the winner's god defeating the loser's god, and their god being superior. When the Philistines took the ark of God, they brought it into the house of Dagon and set it by Dagon. The Philistines, thinking that Dagon had defeated the God of Israel, placed the Ark of the Covenant in a place of Dagon. Then the Philistines took the Ark of God and brought it to the house of Dagon, and set it by Dagon. When the Ashdodites arose early in the next morning, behold, Dagon had fallen on his face to the ground before the Ark of the Lord. So they took Dagon and set him in his place again. But when they arose early the next morning, behold, Dagon had fallen on his face to the ground before the ark of the Lord, and the head of Dagon, both the palms and his hands, were cut off on the threshold. Only the trunk of Dagon was left to him. Although the Israelites had been defeated, the God of the Israelites had not been. When the men of Ashdod saw that it was so, they said, the ark of the God of Israel must not remain with us, for his hand is severe on us, and on Dagon our God. The defeat of Dagon to the God of Israel and the destruction that the ark caused to the Philistines forced the Philistines to abandon the ark and eventually return it to Judea. By the time of King Solomon, Dagon worship waned in favor of his son Baal, who infiltrated the land of Judea in a mockery of the God of Israel. Is Dagon still around today? Was God's threat of killing the gods like men seen in the destruction of the statue of Dagon? Was Dagon a part of the assembly of gods that God gave judgment towards? For the Lord is a great God, and a great King above all gods. In his hand are the deep places of the earth. The strength of the hills is his also. The sea is his, and he made it, and his hands formed the dry land. O come, let us worship and bow down. Let us kneel before the Lord, our Maker. Does the God of Israel, being the King of kings and God of gods, mean there are other lesser gods to sway and tempt mankind away from the God of Israel? Let me know in the comment section below. And for more supernatural history, like and subscribe.